Hi, I'm Vince Papali, the real life invincible, and you're watching Chef Trek Adventures.
Boom, a boom, boom. He's Chef Trek on the fast track. He's Chef Trek on the fast track. He's shaking and baking and mixing and fixing nutritious meals, nutritious meals. He's Chef Trek on the fast track. He's Chef Trek on the fast track. His food is so good, good. His food is so good, good. His food is so good, good. Chef Trek, Chef Trek, Chef Trek, Chef Trek. His food is so good. Chef Trek, Chef Trek.
Hey, hey.
Oh, hello and welcome. Oh, I have a couple of my friends that came by to see me today. Oh, how y'all doing?
Good.
Man, good. And your name?
I'm here for the Chef Trek show. I'm Maluyah and this is Zariah and Mazhir. I'm here for food.
I am too, and I'm glad. And we also have the Cheftrek band. Hey, fellas, how y'all guys doing? And then we can't forget our master chef, Mr. Delmer Gill.
That's fun. That's fun.
Faithful food for friends and family. Faithful food for friends and family. Faithful food for friends and family. With Cheftrek, you will enjoy faithful food for friends and family. Faithful food for friends and family. Faithful food for friends and family. With Cheftrek, you will. Welcome to the show. We got a tasty, healthy meal.
We do.
A 1, 2, 3 recipe by host Chef Delmer. Faithful food for friends and family. Faithful food for friends and family. Faithful food for friends and family. With Cheftrek, you will.
Family.
Ladies and gentlemen, the host of our show, your chef, our chef, Delmer Gill.
Once again, friends, it's time for another Chef Trek Adventure series. And I am your host. My name is Chef Delmer Gill. We have the wonderful Gabrielle Graham with us again. We have some wonderful young people who opened up the show with Butch. And behind me, Donna Dorman, George Bennett, and the Mystic Lou Bennett. Okay. So, as we start things off, and after I get rid of these jackets and fans and what have you, and move some things out the way, we're doing something called beans, greens, and grains. If I say, Lou, beans, greens, and grains, part 2, what does that mean?
The other show from the I'll continue into the other show.
Very good. See?
I'm
George Dennis, flautist extraordinaire, brother of musical director, wait a minute, Lou Dennis, George Dennis. I'm so glad James isn't here. I'd really be confused. Because you have these shows with all these Dennises. Gabrielle, what's been happening? This wonderful young lady co-hosted a show with me some time ago. And what's been going on with you?
Well, I've started high school.
Woohoo! Are we getting that? She started high school. What high school are you in?
Mercy Career and Technical High School.
Isn't that on Honeypot Avenue? Don't they have some sort of culinary?
Yes.
Oh, marvelous, marvelous, marvelous. Now, we're going to start with a couple of things. And what I need from you is, can you cut me like 3 stalks of celery? Now, wait a minute, I brought knives back out here. What did I do with them?
Be safe with that knife.
Here we are. And what I need from you is, like I said, 3 stalks of celery, and just have it right here, and I'll get it. And I'll grab another knife.
A knife?
Yes, Butch, I'm being careful, okay?
Oh, this is Officer Bernard.
Oh, okay, oh. Wait a minute, what's wrong with me? I forgot to say, puppeteer Bernard King with
Thank you. Thank
Officer Bernard.
you. Yes, I
We
am.
opened up the show with who we opened up the show with? Butch. We opened up the show with Butch, and we'll hear a few words from my own Chef Lorenzo, who's not wearing his belt today. Inside joke. Now, or in thirds, but basically, I'm glad you have the better knife. Basically, I need something like that.
Okay.
What are we making? We're about to do smoked beef sausage with pinto and chili beans. That's going with onion, celery, and peppers. And it's a cold dish that's going with buckwheat. So that's what we're doing. But also, while we're doing that, I'm going to do something hot. Oh, that is hot. It must gonna snow because I'm confused already. No, the cold dish I mentioned with the buckwheat is going to be done very shortly. Right now, what we're doing is for this smoked sausage business and beans. Beans, greens, and grain. Be it vegetable oil, be it sunflower oil, be it peanut oil, it's whatever oil you are used to working with. And on this thing we're doing here, I'm only going to use a half an onion right now. And let's turn down our pan because we're about to go smoky, smoky, smoky. We're adding our onions. We're going to add our celery. And we're going to lower our temperature here. Right now, we started at 325 degrees to start. We're taking that down to 350. We're going to add our celery. Now, what I need from you is, can you cut me a half of green pepper? Cut me a whole green pepper and a half of the red. Okay. Cut it in about the same size that you did this celery. Thank you. Now we're going to add just a bit of chicken stock to this right now. And you can make your own chicken stock. or you can use, there's a lot of reasonable stocks that you can use. But right now we are using the chicken. And we can increase our temperature again. Thank you. Now, whilst we are doing this, we're going to start with something else. And we're going to take our buckwheat. This was about a pound of buckwheat. You know, when you're using these grains and rice, I always recommend that you cook it according to package instructions. I've cheated. Pre-cut onions. Pre-cut tricolored bell peppers. Now we're doing good. Now we got two things we're doing right now at the same time. We're just going to cover that now. To this, we're going to add two things that are traditional for me with my family, parents coming from North Carolina. Every time we took trips back to North Carolina, my brother and sisters would go, oh, we're going over Aunt such and such's house, Grandma and them, and it would be the same thing. Oh my God, we're gonna have those wretched field peas and snaps and black-eyed peas. But they are traditional in many families. But what I'm doing is I'm making a cold salad. These are canned, they're already cooked. So we have buckwheat, we have the field peas and snaps, we have chopped onions and chopped bell peppers. Now, as we do a stir, let's move you out of the way. Okay, now, as we've talked about beans, greens, and grains, we are going to take our yellow rice and we're going to incorporate a bit of this yellow rice into our smoked sausage and vegetables. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Let's put that back. Let's add a wee bit more of our chicken stock. We're going to come back to these other beans, and we're going to take a bit of parsley. So this basically will be done. We will be done. Let's just move this out the way. And we're just doing a rough chop on this. We're not going to go crazy. Just a rough chop.
Yes?
Now, you can also, when you get, and I like how you do it, do your other romaine here, then take a half of that iceberg and just put that in the middle. Now, as I said, we have this sausage, yellow rice, vegetables, and onions are done. So we're going to put a lid on this and let it continue to heat up. So now we know we have this done. And we did add some oil, we did add some seasoning. And Delmer, you have to go back and add a wee bit of seasoning to what you've done already. And we're going to put our temp down.
All of them?
Do a half of the iceberg lettuce. And you can just, after you do half, you just put that in the middle. You can put that under here until you're ready for it, just to give you some room. Now,
Hey, Chef,
yes,
Chef Lorenzo told a joke. Can I tell one too?
By all means, Butch. Tell a joke.
What is big, gray, and eat only carrots?
One more time, please.
What's big and gray and eat only carrots?
What's big and gray eats only cabbage. Is this a cabbage joke? I don't know, Butch. Can you tell us?
An elephant on a diet.
Elephant on the diet. Okay. All right, we're getting better, I think.
I'm glad I am, because I'm getting tired of the bad ones.
I think we're getting better.
All right.
Now put a little bit on each side, and I want the center empty.
Okay.
Thank you. With this business here, we're going to add our beans. And we're going to add to this some diced tomatoes, juice included. Come on. There we go. We're going to give a little mixy stir. We're going to cover this very shortly. And then the last thing we're going to do is add our baby kale. But let's do our seasoning now so the seasoning can be infused. And once again, we're using the same cumin, cracked black pepper, and sea salt. And I mean, you can use all kinds of herbs and spices. It's up to you. But this is simplified, and at the same time, it's a wee bit different. So, what's going on, George?
You were meant for me.
Well, thank you, sir. Okay, we're going to put a lid on this and let that continue. We're going to get our mixer out because we have here a nice red pepper hummus made from a couple of assorted beans. This is northern bean and the pinto bean, and some roasted red peppers. We're going to do this, but we're going to add to it just a bit more of bean to thicken it up, and the bean we will be using will be the traditional garbanzo bean, which is oftentimes used for making hummus. But, you know, any bean you have will make a wonderful hummus. Our pepper and our cumin. And I think we will add a little bit of fresh parsley. Just a bit, just a bit, just a bit. I did, but guess what? I'm adding more. Thank you. Garlic is but a wonderful thing. So we're going to add a bit of fresh parsley here. And we don't have to really go crazy because it's going into a processor. And something that I had added but I neglected in mentioning is tahini. Tahini is a sesame product, a sesame paste, and actually it's so strange, it smells like peanut butter. And we already added some, we're just adding a little, not a lot. And that's about maybe a whole teaspoonful. And we're gonna pulse. And it just helps to bring out the flavor. Now let's see how this is doing. And this is doing very nicely. We can add our baby kale. You can add as much or as little as you like. Now, the last thing is we'll just do a little chop of these scallions on top. And we have and a couple of salad dressings out on the table. You can put that under there and just do a chop, and then splatter that on. Let's stir this business. And what I want you to do is, we're gonna get rid of that. This is just a nice crusty French bread. And we're just gonna cut a couple pieces like that. And we will put it, when it's cut, we'll put it in that bowl.
Okay.
And just get rid of that. Just take your time. And this should cut easier with.
Excuse me?
Just take your time. Now.
Oh, what a melon man. When you see me walking down the street,
Okay.
and I'm not there.
Now, we're going to move this out the way because we are done with it.
What a melon man.
But we'll talk about books. We'll talk about books. If we can get a close-up from 2, we're going to talk about books. Now, in my hand is what I call my cooking Bible. Laura Jane Brown, my grandmother, who I embraced so much of this culinary business from grandmother and mother. This is the book she used for just about everything. This is like 1953, 54, 55. Books. From our national sponsor, Healthcraft Products, we have a fairly recent book, Chef Charles's newer book. It's Cooking for a Longer, Healthier Life, which we all need to be about. This is a book Chef Charles and his wife did a guide to waterless cooking. And last, Healthy Meat and Potatoes from both Chef Knight here, a younger Chef Knight, and his son, David. So, Healthcraft Products, we are going to just plop that bread in here, any old way. And we're gonna check on things. So now, we have come to the end, I say, of another Cheftrek Adventure series. This wonderful young lady has consented to come back with us again. Thank you. We are encouraged with what you're doing. By the way, can I ask you how old you are now? Is it all right?
14.
14. 14. Many of us adults, did we know what we wanted to do when we were 14? Most of us didn't. But it's very encouraging when you have young people set on doing things. So you got plans going into the culinary field. I am so excited. Music-wise. Viv, let's show these nice people. Donna Dorman, Philly Camp's own, on percussion. Donna Dorman. George Dennis, keyboards, music director. Brother Lou Dennis, flautist. We're going to go to puppeteer Bernard King.
Oh, yes, thank you.
So we're going to go over. Hi there. We're going to puppeteer Bernard King. Officer Bernard.
Yes.
My very own. Chef Lorenzo. And camera 1, standby. I almost forgot. And Butch, that's not like you. Not to bug me.
I was hoping you do it on your own.
This is a regular portion of the Cheftrek Adventures.
Yes.
When my good friend Butch bugs me for a cookie.
I didn't get it today.
Well, no, you didn't have to bug me because I remembered.
Good.
And now do me a favor, please.
Okay.
Oftentimes I'm bit. Lately, Butch has been very cooperative.
Well,
Butch,
I'm here with him today. Make sure he won't.
there you go. Typical for the Cheftrek Adventure series.
Yes.
You got to do a good show because the police are on your show.
Yes.
Butch?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. I didn't get bit.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Rounding things up with our 4 F's: faith, family, friends, and food. Till next we meet, we are the Cheftrek Adventure Series,
Bye-bye.
the Cheftrek Band,
Well, bye-bye.
the puppets,
Bye-bye.
wonderful people in our studio audience,
Bye-bye.
and our technical team.
Bye-bye. We love
Joseph
you.
is directing.
We love you.
Donald Butler, technical directing. Earl Weeks on camera 1. Lisa Barnes, camera 2. Vivian Crawford from Conversations Across Time on 3. We'll be in your home. If you have an interest in cooking like this young lady, if you have musical talent like these folks here, be you a dancer, spoken word musician, magician, jugglers, lion tamers, you're welcome to the Cheftrek Adventure Series. So, bringing things to a close, we love you.
We love you.
So until next we meet, Cheftrek out.
Thank
We'll
you.
see you soon on the Cheftrek Adventure Series.
We love you.
Boom, a boom, boom. He's Cheftrek on the fast track. He's Cheftrek on the fast track. He's shaking and baking and mixing and fixing nutritious meal. He's Cheftrek on the fast track. He's Cheftrek on the fast track. His food is so good, good. His food is so good, good. His food is so good, good. Cheftrek, 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 Cheftrek. His food is so good. Cheftrek, Cheftrek.